and this article is accepted also. Therefore, this article was organized by Italy, but presented by China. Okay, this is initiatives. The Article 33 is very important for all because is foreseen in this article one question. This is each county must organize one observatory, one group of observation or activity concerning the implementation of the convention. I don't know if your counties have this observatory. If you don't have, you can ask to your governments to organize it, or you can organize directly by associations. You can, because this group of working must be independent from authorities. Okay? In Italy, our group is more independent. And you consider that the president of this group is one minister. More independent, very, very strenuous. Okay. Now I finish my speech, more long. I'm sorry for you, but it's very, I eliminate many things to speak you. My idea is very important for you, and I ask, is necessary that the counties that accepted this convention by ratification verify if their law is consistent or not with this convention. Because this convention is primary law. Other laws are secondary law. Therefore, the secondary must be consistent with the primary. Other point, is possible that you don't have ratified it. Now it's necessary that you consider the necessity that this convention will be ratified by your parliament, and you organize one framework law on disability. I added, for example, the Chinese government that requested me to be supported in the elaboration of the new framework law consistent with this convention. Okay, I am available, if you ask me, to collaborate with your governments about the organization of the consistent framework law on with this convention. Okay, I am available to it because it's very important that many states elaborate framework law, because without one framework law, the policies change if change the governments. If you have a framework law, then this framework law is the basis of all the policies. That is necessary to know which is the government, but which is the framework law. Okay? This is my suggestions. I thank you for your attention, and I ask, if you like, that you propose me some questions. Okay? Thank you.
You, teacher, Professor Urbano Stender. Any questions? Damian, any questions?
I'm just looking at the convention in law in Poland. The convention was agreed on 2006, yes? 2006.
Yes.
So So actually in Poland it took 6 years for ratification. It's been
Okay, I would like to ask questions. I'm Magda, I'm from Poland. Professor, I would like to ask you about article we didn't talk about. It's article number 6, and it's entitled Women with Disabilities.
About women, yes.
Yeah, and it sounds more or less like that. I wouldn't read everything, but it states parties recognize that women and girls with disabilities are subject to multiple discrimination. I would like to ask you if you think it's really like that women which are disabled can be the subject of multiple discrimination, and if yes, in which situations it can happen.
This article was proposed by Italy, Spain, and Germany against all other countries of Europe. Therefore, at the end, we convinced one by one other countries, and Europe proposed this article, and also the Article 7 about the children. Therefore, we participate to elaboration of this article because more of the other delegation spoke that it's important that we not make one article about the equal opportunities between women and men, but we can propose it in many articles, many points. We proposed that at the end we obtained one article about. Therefore, it's possible that in this article one point that is clear or other, but the point is we need that during this convention will be the attention to the children and to the women. Okay.
Timo. Questions? Bogdan.
Most of the rights specified in the human rights and in this European inclusion aren't also part of most of the countries' constitutional rights for everybody.
Really, each article in the first draft, each article was titled "Rights to Employment," "Rights to Education," "Right to no discrimination," and so on. After we decided to eliminate the word rights and speak only about education, no discrimination, and employment and so on. Why? Because many documents was presented by the High Commissioner on Human Rights, but each of these documents don't have very important results. Therefore, we decided that this convention not is on human rights, but only by rights, indicated one by one. This was a discussion very strong about it. I accepted this position because it's very important not to speak about human rights. It is an initiative not ever acceptable, but about education, about the thing real things of the life.
Rosa, any questions? Stella,
I have a question.
Angela.
So what happens to those countries that don't pay enough attention to this convention? Are they somehow penalized in something?
Sorry, you can repeat your question.
What happens to those countries that don't pay enough attention to this convention?
The problem is why they don't accept it.
Yeah.
If don't accept it because, for example, I propose one question. Many, the Article 24. The Article 24 proposed education for all in the general education school. Okay? Many of associations of persons with disabilities have their support, financial support, by institutions, schools, special schools. Okay? Therefore, they don't accept this convention because in this convention is the Article 24. I remember that one person that called is in Sweden, Kiki Nordström, presented in a whole assembly one indication. Okay, I accept the Article 24, but not for blind people and for the deaf people. The chairman, that was ambassador from New Zealand, Mr. McKay, asked Mrs. Nordstrom, I would like to repeat to you what you spoke. Really, the blind people, the deaf people, can't be included in the general education system? And she answered, yes, it is impossible that blind people go in a general education system. I have studied in common schools, and I was a professor in the university. Okay, after this activity like students, it's very strange. Therefore, I think that many of the states that don't accept this convention don't accept it because the associations are against.
And if they accept and don't really do anything or very few things, what happens in this case? I mean, for instance, Italy is maybe it's a good example of this. What very tough.
It is observation.
Yeah. Sorry.
Vincenzo.
The convention can be a right of a right to sexuality.
Article 33, 23. In Article 23, we speak about the possibility for disabled person to organize a family, to have a child, and so on. But in the article was also one sentence that spoke that a person with disabilities can have sexual activities like they decide. This point was eliminated by one alliance, very strange, Vatican, United States and other Arab countries.
Molto strana. very strange.
So, Rosa.
The Europe was in favor, but not in favor of United States and Arab, no. But it was impossible. After this vote, I go to the responsible of Arab countries. That was one woman of Syria, and I asked it to her, very beautiful woman. Sorry, but if I would like propose you some life together, and finalize it to the, for example, to the marriage, okay? You like make some activity, sexual activity with me? And she answered me, why you don't spoke it before the vote?
Rosa, any questions?
I arrived just now, and so I can't.
Onu Convention.
On
You are in
convention.
convention, okay.
I know that Vatican can't accept this convention because there is a word that can open the door to contraceptive, I don't know how we can say in English, contraception and abort. But I know that Vatican was one of the main protagonists for this convention. They was always. Gabriele is not in according with the taste.
Against Vatican.
Vatican is.
It's against Vatican.
Okay.
Secondo me Gabriele si è detto
They
sta
was
in
always
difesa di
present
disabili.
to
mi
this
sta-
Okay,
convention.
when you speak about the Vatican against, you speak about the Article 33 about what I spoke before. This was the moment when the Vatican was against, with the United States and Arab countries together. Therefore, but the Vatican don't accept the convention because, like the United States, consider the conventions like internal impossible to accept initiatives. Therefore, the United States don't will accept. For example, Obama signed this convention, but the Senate of the United States don't accept, don't discuss now. They don't will discuss. For example, I remember that during the activity about the Convention of the Children, okay, the United States asked many modifications was made, but after the United States don't ratify this convention. And also in this convention where many modifications was proposed by United States. Participated but don't ratify.
Okay? Yes?
Now my asking to you is, you think that in Romania, for example, in Poland, or in other countries, in Latvia, it's possible that we organize some activity with your or parliament or government to elaborate one framework law considering this convention consistent with this convention or not?
I'm from Romania. My name is Bogdan. Regarding this, I think the law we could develop a framework law with the parliament or the government, doesn't matter, but putting it into effect and actually implementing the articles in the law will be very, very difficult. Our infrastructure in general is very bad. Everything in the country is not working as it should be, so this will be one of the least important topics for the government. I told you, the law could be made in like a year, maybe more or less, but implementing it, I think it will take 20 years from now. That's my opinion.
But we can trade to elaborate some text to propose to them or not.
Yes,
Oh.
we could try. I don't know if it would be in vain, but we could try.
I would like that from this meeting of today, we will have some initiative, for example, with Romania, with other, or only with Romania, or with Latvia, or with Poland, for example, to have the possibility to organize together some initiative, legislative initiative, that you can use in your fatherland. You can, I leave you by Davide. You can take my email, my telephone numbers, what you like. This way we can discuss how we can organize this initiative by email, by meetings, by what you like, by Skype. No? Okay?
Praise.
I am available.
Feedback.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay, thank you, Barn Center.
We would like to have an interview with one representative for each group on the web radio on the other room. And so maybe we can have Damian for the Polish group, and Julia from the Romanian group, and also Taylor for Sweden, and Elsa, you can come. Yes, all of you, in the other room, to have this interview.
And the rest of the group?
We can have break now. Yes, but we haven't to make noise because they have. Can you come as the